Hey racers, JonRacer3 here today, back for another video. Today we have a special video I planned for you guys. A couple Wednesdays ago I got this fat track and I wanted to do a little video comparing the new SIZZLERS, you can call them, the power chargers, versus the old SIZZLERS, the SIZZLERS. I'm going to do a couple tests. I'll put some footage up there and I'll add some narration so I can compare these cars to you guys and which one I think will be better. So, without further ado, let's start the video. To start off with, let's go with the looks that these cars have. As you can see, we have a new power charger here. This particular one is called Power Surge. It has sort of a green and blue color coordination with it. As you can see, tell by all of the power chargers that Hot Wheels has put out there within the last couple years, these cars have some pretty bold color statements, and the wheels look super futuristic, probably to indicate like these cars travel on their own. Wow, they're super futuristic and like techy and fancy. I personally I'm not such a fan of this type. I'm more of a fan of the old SIZZLERS here. So you can see we've got a car that looks more like a good stock race car. We got red line wheels on there with a number. This car is actually rear wheel drive instead of front wheel drive, which the new ones are. And it just looks good from all angles, I would say, because the plastic wheels in the front allow the car to turn a little bit better in the corners and stuff like that. So first off, let's see how these cars charge. Charging the power charger is pretty easy. You plug it in the charger as like you would a normal car to the side, and it has an on and off switch on the bottom, which is turned on when the car is charging. So as soon as you take it off, the charger is ready to race. Now the new power chargers, I will give it to them. It is easier to charge. As you can see, you just put it on its slot, let it sit there if you want to. For the older one, I guess, we'll go right there first. You push down the top of the gas station and it'll give the car some juice, but it won't indicate you when the car has enough juice. It just says 90 seconds. For the newer ones, all you have to do is push down and you can hear the car have its revs faster or slower, knowing how fast the car is going to be. Typically, the newer cars charge faster than the older cars. Sometimes they just drive off the track. But here we'll have a little bit of an example of how these cars do on the track. So you can see we have the older SIZZLER turned on, and then now it's turned off. So it's easier to control the speed for those cars. Then we have the power charger already on. Can't really stop that. Let them go on the track. The acceleration for these cars, surprisingly, it's the old SIZZLERS with it, with the faster acceleration. And now on full battery here, the full SIZZLER, or the new SIZZLER, is actually faster than the old SIZZLER, and the batteries will vary depending on how long the car is raced, and you can tell a really big difference between the batteries on the newer SIZZLER and the older SIZZLER. So the newer SIZZLER will die out on battery, like it'll slow down from its top speed sooner than the old SIZZLER, but the old SIZZLER will burn out to a zero faster than the new SIZZLER. Let's go into the cornering aspect here. As you can see, we have the old SIZZLER going around the corner there, taking the corners really well, gliding around the outside bend, as you can see, with not really bumping the wall. But then we have the new SIZZLER, I'll call him a power charger. It just hits the wall. Of course, the older SIZZLER does that too, but it's not as fast of a line when it's on full battery as it is with the new old SIZZLER, I mean. This camera footage that you see here, the slow-mo, is actually in half time, so this is what the cars would look like going in slow-mo. I apologize, I can't really see the older SIZZLER because of the lighting in my room. That'll be all fixed in a future video. But let's take a look on how fast these cars are compared to each other. Let's say you were going to go enter a race where all your friends bring either an old SIZZLER or a new SIZZLER. If you would want to take my opinion, I would personally go with the newer SIZZLER just because it has a longer battery life and it's faster charging. But then again, you would have to think about the aspect of the older SIZZLER having a faster top speed and a faster acceleration. So it really depends how long your race is going to be. So if you want to take my opinion, you don't have to do that. I would personally get, for this track, the older Sizzler because it's just so much cooler, and performance wise it would just be cooler if you had more than one old Sizzler versus lots of new ones. Now, as you can tell, when the car's batteries die out, they take the corners even cooler. They'll dive to the inside of the corner and hang on to that inside line because of the little grooves in the fat track allow, well, at least the old Sizzler to grip to the inside of the corner without touching the outside wall, which I think is really, really cool, which it doesn't really work for the newer Sizzlers because since all of their cars are rubber wheeled, and they are front wheel drive, they don't take the corners as well, but that's because they weren't built for lane merging tracks such as this. They were built for actual Hot Wheels track and a Hot Wheels setup. So if I were to, let's say, have the Sizzlers on the market and then the Power Chargers on the market, I would personally go Sizzlers because it is such more of an action-packed race and they're just easier to enjoy. Now, here's the thing, as you can see on your screen here, both cars are slowing down, but the blue Sizzler, after it's slowed down, rubs against the wall and comes to a complete stop, whereas the Power Charger just powers through and can go maybe 10 extra laps. So what I'd have to say here for this situation is the new Sizzler, obviously having the better battery, would win an endurance race with the older Sizzler every time. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you want to see more videos with these cars, make sure to like and subscribe. I don't really ask for that much, but it'd be really cool if you guys could show your support for this video. I have taken a different style and approach to this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see races with these, because I actually have a couple more Power Chargers, then make sure to comment down below so you can see it in a future video. I'll see you racers later. Peace.